Welcome back on Kansas Sports Chatter. It is time now for Next Level Talents, where we get to talk to former Kansas high school athletes that are now competing at a college or a university in the state of Kansas. Today, we go out to El Dorado to talk with Isabel Sandoval, Izzy Sandoval, joining us here, and a member of the Butler soccer team and out of Newton High School. Izzy, appreciate your time and jumping on the show. For you, what's college life in El Dorado right now this time of the year?
Preseason is very hard. It's a lot of running, a lot of getting back into it, playing a lot of different teams. And we're just spending a lot of time together as a team right now. And our first day of school was actually yesterday. So we're just now getting back into our education. So, yeah.
Go back to the Newton High School a couple of years ago, Izzy. What do you remember about Newton and playing with that program?
I remember that at first it was a little rough. My first couple of seasons with them, we lost a bunch of games, but as my seasons continued, we actually got a lot better, and we were a contender in my junior year. And yeah, it was really nice to play with a lot of girls I grew up with, and it was like a family. It was really, really fun. Yeah.
At what point in Newton did you realize, hey, I'm pretty good at this soccer thing and I can go play at the collegiate level?
That would probably have to have been when I was chose to be a captain. I was really excited for that, and I was thinking, I actually really like this. I think I could continue to do this, and this is something that I want to be a part of. I have to give a huge credit to my teammates at the time. They made it really enjoyable for me, and I just thought in my head that I really wanted to continue this.
Anything that stands out in your time at Newton that you learned playing soccer there that you've kind of carried forward to have the success that you've had at the collegiate level now?
Yeah, it would honestly have to be, when you're losing a bunch of games, to just keep your head up and keep going strong. Even though our first couple of years there weren't the best, I stuck with it, and we saw improvement, and that was really nice to see. And that was success for me, was having our team play better and win more games. So yeah.
How tough was that adversity? You talk about, trying to push through, but what kind of got you through that and eventually on the other side?
Just having the support from my other teammates got me through that. I said I grew up with a bunch of those girls, and I didn't want to let them down. I don't think they wanted to let me down. And I think together we had each other's back, and I knew that for them, I needed to be strong and keep my head up all the time. And that's what ultimately got us success.
Any specific highlights that stand out to you that you remember that maybe is even an individual play or just a play that you remember from Newton?
I scored, I think, the first time we had scored on May South for a while, for a couple of years, the whole time I'd been there. We scored first, and I think it was a right-footed shot, and it like bounced off of the post and went in. And that was really great because nobody was expecting us to do that. And we scored for the first time on them in first. And so that play really sticks out to me.
How many times have you watched that highlight?
I've watched it several times. That was a really good feeling when we scored for the first time.
All right, now in El Dorado at Butler Community College. Why Butler? What was the recruiting process like for you? Obviously close to home, but what went into you choosing Butler?
So I actually played for Coach Hunter for a couple of years prior to college. I was on his club team, and I had a really good connection with him. And I thought, I have a really good connection with his coach. He knows me, and I think it would be a really good fit. Another plus was that a lot of my club teammates were also going to Butler, and so I got to go to college with my friends.
For you, there's got to be some obvious differences from that high school level to college level as far as competition is concerned. Anything else that stood out to you when you first arrived at Butler, just the differences from competing at high school and college?
Yeah, so it's actually a lot more skilled. You see a lot of technical players, and the game is a lot faster. It's just increasingly faster and definitely more physical. These are the girls that are very competitive, technical, and so with high school, you kind of got a mix of people doing it for fun or just to stay in shape, and that's not what it's like in college at all. They're very serious about it in college.
Izzy, appreciate your time and best of luck this year.
Thank you so much.
That is Izzy Sandoval joining us from Butler Soccer with Next Level Talents and out of Newton High School. We'll take a break. More of the show right after this.